Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time I want to take a little look at Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern's numbers 66 and 67. It's a two-issue story arc. From 1995, written by Marz, the art by Paul Pelletier, Pelletier, and Romeo Tangle. And this, of course, is from the 90s iteration of Green Lantern, featuring the character Kyle Rayner, which I am not a big fan of that version of Green Lantern. I happen to be more of a fan of Hal Jordan and John Stewart Green Lantern. Some Guy Gardner, but mostly as a foil. And of course, some of the other characters from the Green Lantern Corps itself. Okay, Green Lantern is the title for several superheroes bearing that name, have been published by DC Comics, one of the longest lived characters in comics, utilizing a power ring granting him immense power. And they fight for justice throughout the universe, part of the Green Lantern Corps, which is a law enforcement organization. Alan Scott was the first Green Lantern on Earth, created by Martyr. Is that right? Martyr Nodell, in 1940, and written by Bill Finger in the Golden Age. In the Silver Age, John Broome and Gil Kane revamped the character, creating Hal Jordan and the Guardians of the Universe in 1959. Since then, many of the characters have borne the name of Green Lantern. Many other characters, I should say. Kyle Rayner first appeared in Volume 3 of Green Lantern, number 48, so this is less than 2 years before this one. Became Green Lantern in 1950, in number 50 in 1994. And have taken on other names since, such as Ion, White Lantern, and Parallax, among others. And as I said, I'm there. Then about 20 years ago, back in 2005, this is the only print copy that I've got, there was a Green Lantern trilogy printed. This is a prose novel. So it's a Green Lantern trilogy. This happens to be book 2 about Alan Scott. And book 1 was Kyle Rayner, and in book 3 had all three of them, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, and Hal Jordan, Alan Scott, and Kyle Rayner, as well as Alan Scott's daughter, Jade, who had lantern powers, and etc. It was all one overarching storyline, but the first issue focused on Kyle Rayner, how he became acquired the ring from Ganthet, the last remaining guardian of the universe at that time, and and how he learned to use it was kind of fostered by members of the Justice League, and eventually learned how to was guided a little bit by the Spectre version of Hal Jordan, and learned how to become the Green Lantern. Now, I loved that novel, and that's probably about the only real Kyle Rayner thing I really like. I mean, I don't dislike this storyline. I just am not entirely thrilled with the character. And so we'll take a look at it here. It's guest starring The Flash. They're in issue 60. Some real nice artwork in here, but the figures, especially on the cover, but in the interior some as well, really makes me think of Bart Sears, but it's not. Right here, Green Lantern 66, and this is with the Flash, and this is Fast Friends, part 1. We're right in the middle of a battle. Some guy in some goofy battle armor is doing some naughty stuff. The relatively new Green Lantern is right there, and he gets whammed away and winds up knocking into a guy in a wheelchair. This is a fellow. We later learn he had lost his legs in a train accident, but he helps him up. He's kind of considerate with him, and he goes to town, taking out the guy in the battle armor. Talks with the fella, sees how he'd like to help him, so he grants him just a tiny portion of his power from his energy ring, his power ring, and boop, he gives him construct of legs. He said, now you have to just keep concentrating on that. And he says, just a matter of concentration until he has his legs. He goes, great, I can walk again, yada, yada, yada. Then we're in Keystone City, The Flash. This is the Wally West version of The Flash. And this guy whose name's Sonar, he is out doing naughty stuff. Bam, bam, bam. There's Flash. Yeah, I'm some guy. And they go whack, whack, whack. And this is when he introduced himself to Sonar. And he's just doing so. He said he has a birthright, and his birthright is kingship. And he says, you're not going to be king of Keystone City. He said, no, this is too iffy. This is just practice run. And go Flash and zoom. They do fight, and the guy takes off, kind of leaving Flash there, holding, looking kind of goofy, all by himself in the midst of rubble. Oh crap! So then we go back to Kyle Rayner, GL, and he's getting home, but he's going through the bar first because he happens to live above a bar, and he goes through, it's a bar, and whatever. I guess it's a cafe, coffee shop, and he gets his coffee. The landlord introduces him to this lovely lady who happens to be a model. She seems interested in him. He's kind of, he doesn't know. He's got other girl stuff going on. But he gets up there, says, "Oh, the package was delivered for you." It's up there, and he's there drinking his coffee, and he says, "Flowers? Who sent me flowers?" And it's got a note, and it's from a lady he's already kind of interested in, which is Wonder Girl. And so he goes into his studio because he is a freelance artist. And he decides instead of doing his regular assignment he's supposed to, he's going to go up on the roof and do a little bit of art for himself. So while he's drinking his coffee, doing some artwork, and suddenly, whoosh, what the heck? Something, a shockwave hits him, boom, and he falls off, transforms into GL and goes to check it out, because this is in New York. And there is our friend Sonar. And they go right into town, fight, causing damage, and then whoosh, Flash comes in. And now Flash and Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, have met before. And this is 67. But they did not like each other. And they start right off bickering, bicker like an old married couple. and Sonar takes advantage, wipes them both out, even if momentarily. They're bickering and trying to go against each other while Sonar is kind of taking out the Special Crimes Unit of New York. Flash was zipping around, saving flying bodies, but the sonar effect kind of takes him down, and GL encases him in a snow globe of a construct from his ring. He thinks he got it handled, but it doesn't last long. He shatters the snow globe and shatters all the glass. So he makes a shield using a construct turtle for a shield. Remember, he's an artist, so he does things a little more with more artistic flair on his constructs than Hal Jordan did. And while they're still bickering, they both go after the guy, and he's constructed himself a kind of a throne right in the middle of town. Meanwhile, here is the guy who had the construct legs. He loved to hike. He goes to the Statue of Liberty, someplace he couldn't, without an elevator, he could never have gone up in the Statue of Liberty with a wheelchair. So he's walking up there with his legs, but he hits a little short. I only mention this because I think it plays later. Cuts himself, he loses his concentration, and his construct legs are gone, and he is very angry. And his look here, I think he's going to be coming back as a supervillain later, because he is very angry. Meanwhile, GL, new construct, and it's quickly taken down by Sonar. So the two guys have to, they each have a go after him. Then the construct shark, for all the good it does. So the two decide they have to work together. And so, breaking the sound, come up with the idea. They have to break the sound barrier, and etc. So they can both go faster than the speed of sound. It's difficult for Kyle Rayner in this kind of situation. Going through space is different from going through a crowded city, but they work together. Finally, distract, grab, take down Sonar, swishing him through the have a sonic boom, because this guy absorbs sound and then reflects it back, and his body has absorbed the energy of a lot of sound, a lot of noise. But this breaking the sound barrier has left all that sound energy behind. They've got him, take him down, turn him over to the cops, and they kind of make up. They're kind of sort of friends, seeing how they're legacy characters. Hal Jordan Flash and Hal Jordan Green Lantern and Barry Allen Flash had been buddies, had been close friends. So we should work together. So they kind of cool with it, and I think it's laying foundations there for other storylines, which I know nothing about. I think these are the only two issues that I've got from this iteration of the Green Lantern. I did enjoy the story. It left a lot of questions just about this guy Sonar. Not much about his background or really who he is or any of that. He just seemed to be the villain of the month, or months in this case, as an excuse to set up something farther down the line, which may very well be, which is fine. But that's what I've got for you this time with Green Lantern number 66 and 67. And it was an enjoyable read. Not spectacular. Had some really nice artwork. I think the visual storytelling was done very well. These guys are clear professionals, and the detail and meticulousness in the backgrounds scenes is very commendable, and sometimes more than necessary, I think. But they did a really good job. these artists. I like that. I like that with the construct shark coming up through the pavement to swallow the guy. I like that. That's probably the best part. So thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe. Do leave a comment. Tell me what you think of these versions. This version of Green Lantern, and what Green Lantern do you like best, if any? And are you familiar with this Green Lantern Sleepers trilogy that I mentioned? This is the only print volume that I've got, but I listened to the entire thing on graphic audio. No advertising here, but I really recommend it. Full cast, full sound effects and music, and it's like listening to a movie. And I really enjoyed it, and that's why, I really harp on those. Some great stuff, and I recommend it, especially if you are a Green Lantern fan and have not read these books. I recommend either reading them or listening to them on audio. You can quite possibly find them in the library. That's where I did. So thank you very much. Please like, share, subscribe, and remember, comics are art.